I really like this whole series that you guys are doing because I think a lot of people, everyone has a story, everybody's got something that's interesting about them. Everybody has ideas, and they're all good.
I would like to thank you so much for letting us in your home.
No problem.
Your workspace.
Yes. Everything.
Your everything.
It is, right.
Tell us exactly what you do, Bjorn.
Well, I've been involved in the fashion and beauty industry for 30 years. I started out as a model. I was a vintage clothing buyer. From there, I managed a vintage clothing store here and started doing fashion styling and on-set hair and makeup. Then I went to beauty school, became a stylist, and then after that, I started writing fashion columns for a magazine. And I still do that to this day. I do all of the above.
Okay.
Now.
And tell us about what some of your entrepreneur ventures right now.
Well, I have a website called fashionfarmboy.com. I've been involved in fashion since I can remember. Liking fabric, liking costumes, presentations, circuses, theater, all those things. And so Fashion Farm Boy came from that to lend authenticity to what I do. I find resale clothing, vintage clothing, so I recycle and reuse. And I also go and cover Fashion Week for other outlets. I still have a blog on MilwaukeeMagazine.com. I still do fashion articles for AmazingGoodwill.com, weekly style articles for them, so it all dovetails.
Being a stylist and being creative and showing your talents to people and consulting, why have you chose to stay in Milwaukee?
I think we can never say that, Milwaukee is exactly the same as New York.
Right.
When people disparage Milwaukee, it bothers me only because...
Oh, it bothers me too.
Because it's like comparing, you can't compare two different things. I do think that there's a lot of things here. I do think that there's pockets of creativity in every city, whether it's Detroit, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, any of these smaller cities that would kind of be lumped into with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
They all have vibrant scenes. It may not be on the surface quite as much as New York, where it's right on the street, right out there. But it is here. For the people that want to find it, it's here. When you go to New York or Paris, LA, wherever, they're drawing many creative people there because the pool is much larger. There's more jobs, it's a little harder to make a career in fashion, true enough,
very competitive
in Milwaukee. However, longevity, developing an authentic voice, and besides that, I think I told you earlier that there's no address for success.
Yes.
There's no zip code for ambition and having a creative opinion. Well, you know what? I think the big thing about fashion is that fashion, really is about ideas. It really is. It's also, I always think like the best things come from being inclusionary. You want to include people in what you're doing. I understand, people with the, what you would call like maybe, the snooty type of ideas that people have about fashion and things like that. And that's different. That's a whole other thing. But in reality, living a fashionable life, living stylishly, doesn't have a lot to do with putting other people down or worshiping a label or doing those things. There's nothing wrong with loving Chanel or whatever, but at the same time it's about loving yourself and finding beauty wherever it might be. The fact that I'm in the fashion business and that I meet so many wonderful people like you and Michael and everybody, I love that. I mean, when I saw the first video that you did, I was like, I love this. This is so good. Getting people who are excited about what they do. I'm so happy to see that instead of the people that are like, snobby. I mean, I think there's just a big difference.
Yeah. What would you like to see fashionable mags do for Milwaukee?
I would like to see fashionable mags continue doing what they're doing because getting the word out, getting people excited about the industry that we are all interested in. Getting more people to join the fold. That's power comes from numbers, and the bigger pool we can create, the more creativity we can promote in our city.
We really appreciate you giving us the chance to interview you and enlighten us, because that's this whole project is becoming enlightened and helping other people become enlightened as well, and that showing people that Milwaukee is a place of creativity, and it's all in your mind's eye how you look at it, which you've been totally open and letting us know what your mindset is, which is very important in that. So thank you so much. And I want to get your name correct. It's Bjorn Olaf Nasett.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm Bjorn Olaf Nasett, and I've just been validated by fashionablemag.com. And Essential Barbie.